Hello and welcome to my 2-year anniversary special of Narcissu. I think so I would say that. Anyway, I'm gonna play this for this 2-year special, and it's gonna be all of it, sort of, kind of. It's like there's two parts to this, sort of. Like there's the original and the sequel. I'm gonna do the first one, which is this. Let's see. I'm not sure which one to use. Translation, this one. I'm gonna do a voiced because that's what I want to do. Prologue.
眩しかった日のこと、そんな冬の日のこと。
Spring 1996, Setsume.
確かに幼い頃から丈夫な方じゃなかった。
Even so, I attended elementary school like all the others, and during summer breaks, I often played to her right hand. June, shortly after entry into middle school, I had to order a swimsuit for use next month. First hospitalization. Days before the first semester's midterms. On a day when the first drops rain were so crudely cold. Falling from amidst the pure white rain of the overcast sky. Of course, the first time it happened, all my classmates came to visit me almost every day. When I was least, they even came to my house on weekends to play. But that was only the first time around. Autumn into winter into spring, vicious cycle. Hospitalization, release, clinics, and hospitalization again. Before I knew it, even the classmates I once called friends turned acquaintances, then into strangers. Those were the changing of seasons, as being erased from their collected memory.
どうやらいい気がしないらしい。普通に生きている人にとって私の存在ってのは、だから消されたようだった。いくつもの季節、白い梅雨空を誰とも言葉を交わす必要もなく過ごした。私の英語の教科書は1年生の中間テスト以降まっさらな状態だった。そこで私の時間も止まったらしい。
8 years later, early summer 2004, protagonist. Summer, flowing sweat. Giant electronic scoreboard in the driver's license examination facility. All up at once, my eyes and everyone look for our respective numbers. 237. Some of it columns lit text, sure enough. Examination number was shining in the mist. Nearly empty train car, perhaps thanks to the beautiful afternoon. I was alone in that train car, was heading back to home from the examination hall. Left hand held the new traffic regulations handbook, and my breast pocket held my brand new driver's license. So now I've got a license as well. I muttered so unhappily, but there are no strong feelings behind it. Never particularly wanted to drive a car, never particularly had any motive for it. It was my colleagues in the technical institute both recommend I at least get a driver's license. That night, when I told my parents I got my license, they immediately replied with an I see. When I asked if I could borrow the car just for a test run, they instantly and curtly said just one thing: no. I didn't really want to drive the car or anything. The response is all too expected. Those are my parents for you. The next day I woke with a chest pain and went to the hospital. Sickness and I generally had nothing to do with each other, which is why I found the ER waiting room to be utterly boring. Just when I thought they were through examining me, they were an x-ray and a blood test, and then they left. And again, I was left waiting for a long time. I punished off 3 falls and showing a jump. It was just about to start on a 4th when they admitted me in the hospital right then and there. And seeing my new license, which still lay stubbornly in my breast pocket, I have to wait a long time for its turn to come. Protagonist, autumn 2004. Right around the 2 noisy cicadas had finally gone silent, I was gonna find myself in the hospital as per usual. Of course, it wasn't I'd been there the entire time. I came and went. The futile cycle. First surgery was a month before. After that, I started doing the 5-minute commute to and from the hospital by moped. From then on, I was hospitalized, discharged, ordered to clinic, hospitalized again and again and again. Well, I had no clue what PT mean or Narcissu stood for. No time at all. Several months had already passed. My appetite decreased, medications increased. I feel my physical traits atrophying away. I kept imagining my legs were getting thinner, but the needle of the weight scale rudely informed me it's not just your imagination. And yet I kept looking at myself with detached interest. It was happening to somebody else entirely, so looking at a scene on TV or the like. When I got grasped what so suddenly happened to my body, nothing within me was telling me that this was real at all. And that's why, even though it was all happening to me, I kept looking on as it was happening to someone far away. Protagonist, winter 2004. A day of winter, around the Christmas trees advanced from the streets. I just described its home as a kind of year-end treat. Seeing exercise and total transistence, but still it made me slightly happy. I traveled back to home I had not seen in a long time in the mix of freezing rain. Strangely enough, my entire family was there. My parents, who had never so much as talked to me, came out to greet me as if with terribly stilted smiles. My little sister, who never had a pleasant word, had my favorite cream stew and fried shrimp just for me. They made me sit at the table. They prepared tangerines for me. They were cruelly kind. It was an impressive display. At this point, a little thought occurred to me. But my new driver's license was still stuffed away in my breast pocket. Perhaps things written for the license haven't known any use. Surrounded by a trio of stilted, strained smiles, I kept that thought as someone else's business, with dispassion, ambiguity, and total disinterest. January 2005. New Year again, I turned to the hospital. One last day, I'd sit in my usual 4F room. I had been a conference room of sorts. They took me there. Then my father and the doctors had a little talk. I joined in. Well, they talked to me. This was their so-called announcement. They said it in a terrible roundabout fashion, but they told me that I was going to die. I see. That was my only reply. I had no other words. No thing left my mouth from beginning to end. My doctor's ballpoint pen swirled out paper as a response to my words. There was probably a hospice enrollment procedures, business-like to the last. My father was the same. So it's this simple. It wasn't a thought I had. That day I changed from 4F to 7F, from a 6-person room to a private room. It's a little different from the other wards, this 7F. First of all, the floors were sparklingly clean. Second of all, the ceiling was higher than I'd ever seen it. Rooms were very nice, and had large windows from which the warm daylight streamed in as if by design. But the windows only opened a little. Tested them out, my head would just barely fit out of one. Her mighty bracelet had changed as well. Basically, I had worn it ever since the first hospital. The one that had my name and blood type recorded on it. Its color had now changed from blue to white. High ceiling, a white vinyl bracelet. A window that could not open more than 17 centimeters. The TV program still by the numerator was still playing when I was transferred to 7F. It was at the dawn of that very year that I met her for the first time.
Narcissu. 冬7回
2005, 7F. There's this place kind of like a lounge at one side of the corridor, across from the nurse's station. This extremely deserted place held a few couches and chairs, as well as a large TV. Suit programs committing the New Year still being broadcast on that 28-inch screen. There was a girl who looked absolutely bored watching that absolutely boring TV. Short, in pink pajamas, white bracelet on her wrist, just like mine. Breastfeed long hair that almost reached down to her hips. Hey, do you find that interesting? There's no person asking, just simply I had nothing else to do, so I started talking to her.
別に
It was her only response to me. She didn't turn to face me at all. She kept looking on with boredom at the TV as I didn't even exist. Then don't watch it. As I thought this, I sat down on a chair next to her. So I thought I'd watch TV. Nothing else to do. Nothing else we could do. We sat there silently and watched TV. New celebration programs as per usual. Used as a way of comedians and oddities. Every so often the MC's stupid, shrill laughter, sounding dry in this white, sundressed lounge.
ねえあなた
Chris only started talking to me, but her eyes were, as always, glued to the TV screen.
あなた何回目
What do you mean by that?
ここに7階に来たの
Sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about.
そう初めてなんだね
So you seem like confused about her question and come to the right conclusion.
じゃあ他に誰もいないし私の役目だから
Duty?
そういうルールなの
Nodding slightly, he explained that the rule was that someone here, 7F, should tell the newcomers the truth. I knew nothing. I understood even less. Though it didn't exist, he slowly started her speech.
それじゃあよく聞いてね
The words, spoken methodically, one by one, were a little different from all the ones I've heard from the doctors about this place. Their business like Chris' syntax, as they told me. This place where one waits for medical advances. This place where one heals one's heart. And perhaps they may have been correct in a general sense, but according to the girl, that was just the party line. The truth was that this 7F was the only place in the hospital where medical treatments did not take place. This is a place where you waited for your life to come to an end. Those were her words to me. I thought so as well. I felt it even before she spoken.
私2回目だから
Second time doing what?
ここに来るの
Huh. Then she explained to me that nobody on 7F stayed here from the initial hospitalization all the way until death. While there was zero possibility of being cured, you were sent home where condition was stable. But if it worsened again, you'd be returned here. That cycle ended only in death. Whether it was at home or here on 7F, always one of the two, you're going to die. No way to escape it seemed. That meaning permeating her every word, she informed me that it's your second time here.
じゃあ一度しか言わないからここからはよく
She continued speaking, all while staring at the blank TV screen. It wasn't idle chit-chat about when the lights out was, where the kitchen was, or anything like that. It was something completely different. the time you're discharged home, resign yourself. There won't be a fourth time. You'll never go home again. You're going to escape, head towards the B station, not the A station. Eat nothing, that is simply a shortcut. You leave this chores burden on your family that way. As if she's packed to the brim with manners like those. It's probably an oral edition. Relevant only to those who are going to die, and kept by those who came for that purpose. So this is the duty you're talking about.
そうよ。いつかあなたも初めて来た人には伝えてね。
Those words, she slowly stood up. She casually tossed her long hair and grazed my nose.
じゃあ、検温の時間だから。
Then she turned her back and she started walking down the corridor. Now completely deserted, save for me, Longe only held the laughter from the TV and the white flowers by the windowsill. In the end, she even looked at me once. A few days later, year celebrations were over, and the middle and high school students were getting a new term. And just as ever, she and I sat in this lounge staring blankly at the TV. This is boring,
そうね。
so we said, but both of us kept our eyes on the screen. Hey, is this place always this way?
質問の意味がわからない。
Getting in, I was always deserted. Other than nurses, doctors, and help staff, and other than her, I'm not seeing a single person. Did everybody go home for the new year or something?
その理由を知りたいの？
Well, I didn't mean...
じゃあ言わない。
We distantly tossed back and forth this exchange that cannot be called a conversation. A slight breeze coming from the window that were not open more than 15 centimeters. Time to time, I heard it sway, as if in agreement the flowers on the windowsill would too. As though we killed time day after day, staring at that boring, good-for-nothing screen. Oh, here the two of you are. An elderly nurse says she rushed towards us. We're at seeing at the nurse's station. She's apparently the charge nurse of 7F. Well, is Tatsumi any fever?
大丈夫。出てない。
Tatsumi. So that was her name. We should be moving around like this. You understand? Everyone's worried about you.
別にいいよ。
What kind of answer is that? Oh, with children these days. Just going to scold and henpeck for some while longer. And the girl named Tatsumi, pretended not to notice it at all. Tatsumi just stared straight forward at that boring TV, paying the fussy nurse little heed as she could. Well, coming back later to draw blood, okay? His words, the charge nurse went back to the nurse's station. Hey, you know... Well, might I call you Tatsumi? As I started the right vinyl bracelet, and right type and the name went in there within. No? Something the matter, Tatsumi?
どうして呼び捨てなの？
Well, isn't that your name? Huh?
年下のくせに。
Hey, why am I younger than you?
別に。そう思っただけ。
Wasn't I offended that she called me younger than her? Just that no matter how I looked at it, that I was 5 to 6 years older than she was. That's why I took out my driver's license from my breast pocket and handed it directly to her. See, I hadn't seen it, but I'm 20.
やっぱり年下よ。
As soon as she gets my license, they're handing it back to me. I don't get what you're saying.
どうでもいいじゃない。少し上なだけよ。
Huh. mirrored as expressionless as ever. I was fixed on the boring TV, alright, but also felt she was getting something far away. I've already taken my AM vital signs, so I passed the nurses and boarded the elevator. When I got to 5F, I walked out the outpatient client doors and walked outside the hospital. It was a place I'd been told about not long ago, the 4A B station, not the nearby A station. Wasn't that I wanted to escape or anything. At F7 or at home, none of us died anywhere else. That's what I've been told. This B station with this girl named Satsumi had apparently been to many times. That's why, at least just once, I wanted to see the place with my own eyes. It's not there's gonna be a guard on duty. Even though we're having 7F, different from other patients. And thinking of vague maybes early in the morning, I headed toward that station. Big suddenly lazy gout as I glanced sidelong at the people commuting to school or work. There were 20 minutes of this, right in front of the station. Probably 7 bus stops away when I calculated it out. Wow, there are a lot of people here. When the first impression of the B station. I stood out a bit because I was in pajamas. But I felt that I could just buy a subway ticket and it will go anywhere. No question about it. No idea why I've been told to go to B station, not A station. Looked as if it would be easy to escape if I really wanted to. Might have come here many times herself. So why did she remain on 7F right now? Takes in the early morning. Stood there thinking of these thoughts as I watched people rapidly passing me by. That night, after lights out. We're in manga and I'm able to sleep. I wandered through the hospital alone. Certainly it wasn't supposed to be allowed after lights out, but we of 7F had a peculiar kind of liberty. So in the presence of no light and the pitch black stillness of the lounge, that's where I found her. Hey, you looking outside today? The darkened interior. She did answer me, but continued to stare at the window she had not. Immediately launched at what happened today. Oh, by the way, I went out to the station today. B station, as you taught me.
So,
Her response did not change. Let's react with something, because she'd been there before too. Then I thought about it. It's just the fact that she was here. I mean that she hadn't been escaping in the first place.
私、もうすぐ帰れるの。
What? She opened her mouth abruptly. Spoke as she'd seen right through me.
でも、次で3回目だから、もう会えないかもね。
Yeah, I guess. Probably what she was talking about was a temporary discharge from the hospital. Apparently that nobody was discharged from F7 more than 3 times. Like the elderly, given the progress of our diseases, this meant all the more to the young people like us. We may not see each other again was filled with that kind of meeting.
ねえ、あなたはどちらを選ぶの？
Decided on what? Decided on.
どっちで死ぬつもりってこと？
When that word death came so abruptly, I was at a total loss for words. I don't know, haven't thought about it yet.
そう。まだ1回目だもんね。
She remembered looking desolate. Certainly wasn't if I was going to exist here forever. It's like everyone else, I would be admitted and discharged, eventually go weak, and someday I'll have to choose in the end, here in F7 or in home surrounded by those fake smiles.
私は家が嫌。だけど う嫌。
But then what will you do?
別にどうもしない。自力で歩けるうちにどこかに行くだけ。
Somewhere? You can't be. This girl was saying you're on F7. She could escape anytime she wanted. Thought of that. Do you have any other place to go?
あなた、私を引き止めたいの？
What?
それとも一緒についてきたいの？
I think I'd like to come with you, because I'd rather not, die here or at home. Well, no, that wasn't what I was thinking about.
じゃあ聞かないで。
But I want to go. I don't want to stay here. This place fucking sucks. Just staring at the window as she spoke, dispassionate, not looking at me once, the same as ever. But then, and just then, the usual expressionless face looked so very sad to me. As a newcomer to 7F, just recently taught that her just started was the last. She was a girl as she soon just started for the second time. Still not feeling anything real about what's happening to me. But would I too come to wear such a face someday? The rain at morning twilight. Sometimes sleet, sometimes snow, always coming down. Sitting and watching TV in my usual place, I've said and felt a void of people as always has been.
面白い。
No, completely boring. She walked to my side. Saying no more, she sat down in a chair next to me. That's how I began watching TV on this very day as well. It's probably in the same boat as me. Nothing else to do, nothing else we could do. Never seen her respond to the TV before. Something the matter?
別に
No? Those were usual words, but her response was anything but usual. I looked at the screen, interested in anything that could move her, so... There's nature scenes being displayed on TV. Beautiful hills and dells burgeoning with trees and flowers. And a vast spread of white flowers in the mist. I know these flowers from somewhere. It's very familiar, the white flowers that decorated the windowsills. Was we the same flowers? You know, the same as the ones over there. Pointing the flowers up at the window as I said this.
違う。
Huh. Really?
種類は同じだけど厳密に言えば違う。
Just glanced at the flowers by the window for a second. I'm back to gazing at the TV. It's only that they were different, but I couldn't see the distinction between the two. It meant nothing to me whether the flowers are the same or different. But what did it mean to this girl who usually never said more than the words she needed to? She was conversing in rare form today, which is why I decided to follow suit. Happen to know a lot about them? Flowers, that is?
別に
Not really. Really? But I don't see the difference. Flowers on the screen, flowers on the vase to our side. Couldn't even talk as I stared vaguely in the two. Look, are these orchids or lilies? See, they appear white, right? I had no interest, yet kept trying to make conversation. But she entered silence soon enough. The usual lack of expression, she continued staring at the boring TV screen. She turned back to the TV, resigning to the fact that I'd get nothing more out of her.
ナルキッソス。
What?
ナルキッソスよ。
She answered. She turned to face me for the first time. Simply hear her swing, where the TV screen looked at me. The bracelet on her lip was white. Her skin was white, just like the flowers on screen. So I could see a tiny smile. And that face that was looking at me the first time. Chapter 2, Silver Coop. A few days later, purging in the depths of winter, I was time with the rest of the world called exam period. We're sitting watching TV, the same as ever. This is boring.
そうね。
So you're saying they cannot be even called a conversation. Still in our days in this fashion, killing time without meaning or purpose. Speaking of which, when is it for you?
今日よ。
Huh. I see, so it's today. That word today was the temporary discharge you alluded to earlier.
もう会えないかもね。
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because even if we be readmitted to 7F, that would be our last time. And that time I probably discharged and readmitted myself. Didn't seem likely that things could be timed so we could see each other again.
あなた決まった？
About where I'm gonna die? No, not yet.
そう。
She nodded, somewhat sadly, the expression of someone being charged for the second time. Still nothing about the situation. I hadn't heard from the doctor about my first discharge. Couldn't think of it. I wonder if she'd finally decided what her own answer to the dilemma would be.
説明支度できたわよ。
Lady came up with these words. It's probably your mother. She nodded slightly at me. I did not rise.
じゃあそろそろ行くけど用意はいい？うん。それでは失礼します。
She nodded slightly at me again and turned to leave this place. She had twisted her hand towards that girl who was likely your daughter. But the girl did not move at all. She stayed rooted in her chair even after her mother had grabbed her hand.
どうかしたの？説明。少し苦しい。え？苦しいってどこが？胸？お腹？胸。ちょっと待ってなさい。すぐに先生呼んでくるから。
She took off and visited used slippers in a sprint towards the nurse station. There were but two things left in this place, me and her, both in chairs. I didn't know a thing about her disease or its status. The only things I knew were courtesy of her white ID bracelet. Her name was Satsumi and her blood type was O. But we're inheritance of 7F, and she was older than me, if just by a little. Hey, you want a light on over there for the doctors come? Going in the corner lounge at the couch, I'd never seen used. It's why you're back after all.
別にもう平気よ。
In his words, nothing more, she said quickly. Hey, wait. I'm being foolish. She's already halfway down the corridor before I could finish the sentence. Nightfall, with their lights out. Bored of reading manga as usual, wandered through the darkened hospital. The usual lounge in the pitch dark from the absent light. That's where I found her. Hey, so you're still here. What's up? Not feeling well again?
別に
All she had to say all she said as she stared out the window. This heart had been spoken for after all. No one knew when the next chance would come, but it'd probably be weeks from now, not days. Hey, could it be that you feigned illness today? No, that probably wasn't the right way to put it. So you couldn't say that we weren't sick all the time. What I'm saying is, you didn't want to leave the hospital, did you?
意味がわからないわよ。
Because there's no afterwards for you now. But there's no answer to my question in her silence. She asked me so many times before about where I wanted to die. It had always been that I didn't know yet, and she didn't want to die at home or here on F7. So you have no other place to go after all.
だったらどうな。
No, nothing. So you're lounge, fluid in darkness. Really just standing out the window without so much as knowing their existence. This we called the hospital and to extinguish lights in spite of the fact it was only 12 p.m. or so. This was a dangerous point between what was normal and what was not. On top of that, we were in habits of 7F. If we had any choice save one, death on 7F or death at home. Outside world that she was staring at from the pitch black height of F7. The normal world. Buildings and homes were still radiant with light and the streets all full of people going home. Although awareness of it was still vague. I was already in heaven of 7F. Already a normal existence. There's no longer any way for me to go back to that other world, and I was there. My time is at a standstill. Oops. It's so many seasons, so many white overcast skies, without the want or need to converse with anybody. At first, I was looked down at the healthy kids going to school and people walking back and forth on the streets. Got tired of that, I always watched TV. I had nothing else to do. Nothing else I could do. Mouse. Stupid. And there's snow outside the window when it was always bright and sunny out inside the TV screen. A dream was stretching out from my eyes without heat, without cold, without pain. So I coming from my imagination. There's a huge knowledge. So I amassed a huge knowledge base. Mainly trivia on me is trivia, over and over. Before I knew it, nothing that appeared on the TV screen seemed real anymore. And in quick succession, all this happened to books, games, and my family. Finally, I wasn't able to view myself as anything real as I was staring at scenes of another person's life. I was not surprised when even they transported to 7F. But if I closed my eyes, it would always vanish. I thought it'd be fine, and it is as I thought. Soon enough, though, I was taken charge from the hospital. During the next mission, I felt I'd be too weak to stand by myself. My own self, the one who can do anything, even though she found my own self, the one who can do anything, even though she knew this to be pitiful. My own self, the one who had no destination, would be ridiculous.
時間を止め、心を止め、胸に大きな傷跡を作り、それでも22年も生きてきたのに哀れだと思った。
Years after that, the rain clouds had cleared up, and an endless winter sky was in their place. I laid up my father came to visit, and everyone was expression on his face the entire time. He was saying something or other about my insurance. The time his eyes were not happy at all. I talked to the doctors for a bit. Saying this, my father stood down the corridor. Toward that dim conference room where this all had begun, or so it seemed. The hospital room was now empty. I had nothing else to do. I reached for the weekly magazine they brought me brought the stands for me. And accompanying them just as ever were there were fruits and drinks as wall gifts. And to one side of the basket that the fruits are piled in, right in front of the melons I so hated. What I saw was a set of car keys. Keys shone silver. They're the keys to my father's pride and joy, the coupe they had swept over from the upholstery and outwards. The coupe that I asked to borrow a long time ago, and I'd been told no without a second's delay. I still only used driver's license in my breast pocket and my pajamas. I never lost a chance for use that day, or any of you remained with me waiting, as if that were the proof of its life. As soon as I grabbed the keys, coming is not an impulse. I didn't know what my motives were either. I just seized them without a second thought, as I was looking at a scene on TV. The year's worth of meds that had been dispensed are stuffed in a bag, and head down the corridor. So I'm at the Narcissu station. Really steered towards the elevators. Leg on my right hand, keys on my left, long delayed driver's license in my breast pocket. In front of the lounge. Next thing I saw was this girl sitting there and watching TV as per usual, staring plainly and boredly at the screen, sitting in a foldable little chair. Hey, that show any good?
そう見える。
No, not at all. What was expected to exchange? I just looked as far away as I always had. Well then, shall we go together? I continued talking as I showed her the keys in my hand. See, I wanted to be at home.
私は7階の家。
Well then, shall we go together?
うん。
With that, she got up from her chair. Hair swayed with her and grazed the tip of my nose. Then she too stuffed a few days' worth of meds in a bag. We made to leave 7 after together. Switch off that boring TV. The green laughter of the MC was forever obliterated. Both of us in pajamas clad boarded the elevator, heading down the top floor to F5, F7. Blah, blah, blah. At 1F, we headed for the not for the air entrance, but through the outpatients clinic's entrance. Cold winter air struck weird at our faces. A little more strong in the wide open space, just like the parking lot. We just wandered around the spacious field, looking about ourselves with unease. In a little while, we came across my father's car. Silver coupe. My father's pride and joy, regularly maintained. Me inserted the key and opened the door. Go ahead, get in.
分かった。
Sitting in the driver's seat. She was in the passenger seat, but she was so short she had a hard time seeing the road. Turned the key in the ignition and touched rightly in the accelerator. So I had learned during training. Restoring engine noises filtered in the cabin. Released the handbrake and applied the clutch. We could go anywhere. That was our plan. Alright, let's go. She nodded slightly. Instead of applying, I switched in a 7 gear. The car accelerated smoothly. Unused to the clutch and swerving slightly, I advanced slowly.
揺れるわね。
Yeah, it's my first time in a car. Well, first time since I got my license that I've driven a car.
そう。
Next to the parking lot was now in view. The largest road behind it without traffic lights. Turned onto it. Sound of honking car horns was directed at me as cut in the road. Silver who complained did not stop as I worked the infinite clutch, the steer gift box. This really rubbed the other drivers the wrong way. Its honking and the horns did not seem likely to cease. I continued to drive without caring much. None of the quite seemed real at all. Hey,
何？
are you scared?
怖がった方がいい。
No, not really. It's before noon. The high-flying sun. It's got January above and beyond the windshield. Skies so blue they seemed almost in mourning. No destination. That cold day with an alien clutching a swerving car. The day when we drove into the highway in our pajamas. On that very day of winter. Knowing that blazing high sun had changed to a dusky orange. We continued to drive, just driving in any direction at random. No place we didn't recognize. Stopping for a bit. I brought the car to a halt. Roadside somewhere, far away from civilization. No traffic anywhere to be seen. Lonely. Left the car in this nameless place. Started specking around the cabin. Not anything useful here. It's not out for any preparation at all. There's something troubling leaping out of me. Thought in my mind, first scouted the dashboard. Nothing here at all. Go here again, scattered around the gear stick. A few manga volumes and a cheap disposable camera. Wasn't really had a destination. The more dubious navigation system looks broken. Only had about 8,000 yen on me. There's only money I had lying around when I was up and left. One of the packages I found only had about 9,000 yen or so. Of course, I didn't expect there to be anything in the car anyway. The second one presented a problem. Wouldn't it be possible to find lodging on this budget? Didn't seem likely that this girl would have any money on her either.
どうかした？
No, it's nothing. Whatever. I expected this from the beginning. Wasn't if I thought this through enough to have things like a plan or a schedule. Just trying to get out, right then and there. I didn't want to stay where I was. Underneath the curtain in the twilight, I started the silver cup again. Hey, are you hungry? I asked her as I drove along. Come to think of it, she hadn't eaten anything since morning. Was that at a convenience store or something?
Yeah.
Hey, don't be like that. And the food's much better than anything on 7F. She didn't respond to me. Said she looked straight down at the thick pajamas she was wearing. Oh yeah, that's right. Looked down at my own clothing. Sure enough, these pajamas would be conspicuous no matter where I went. Not that they weren't conspicuous right now. In any case, really something about them. Having made my decision, I steered back towards civilization. Little more drive, arriving at a place whose name I didn't know. Probably somewhere close to a rail station. There's not enough people around for it to be the case. Could be one around here, somewhere. I looked anxiously as I drove. My back pitched forward a little. I'm not touching the seat. Ah, there one is. Alas, the coin laundromat. Looks pretty run down from the outside. On the first floor of a small, forlorn building. It's like a place as any. Got the card not far from the entrance to this place. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Let me hear a confused face from the car. I walked into the laundromat. It was just filled with the smell of bleach and detergent the moment the automatic doors opened. The interior of the laundromat had told no lie. The washers and dryers were old and run down as well. There's nobody here. The laundress swallowed whole my memorized words. The single dryer was in operation, making its character's humming noises. Maybe walked to that machine, checked its timer. Looked like it would operate for 30 minutes on 200 yen, and only 5 minutes elapsed so far. Whoever had probably gone elsewhere to kill the time. Reading over this, I looked just one more time to reassure myself that nobody was around. So as far as I was all alone, I put my hand on the door handle of that drying machine. Probably opened it. So I opened during operation, and the dryer spun down to a forced halt. Pulled out a clip of half-dried clothing, ignoring the heat and humidity. I looked around once more to make sure no one was around. I walked out of the laundromat just like that. She was slightly surprised when she saw my arm was full of clothing. Threw the clothes in the back seat without a word. Alright, let's go. Looked like the bundle of clothes with the steering wheel in one hand. Good looking sweaters and jeans and almost nothing else. All in pretty big sizes at that. All still wet, but the car's heating would dry them out soon. Change it whenever you like later. She didn't react much to those words either. She looked back at the pile of clothes. Look, we had no choice. Well, obviously. I didn't like doing this kind of thing. Wasn't that there was anything I was saving the money for. Just given the amount we had, it would be very difficult to buy new clothes. The gym for a bit, around the moon shone full above us. Stopped the car next to some public park. A place for children to play, tucked away in a quarter residential area. And there I started looking through the clothes I'd stolen some time back. They're mostly dry now, thanks to the heating in the car. All men's clothing after all. Took as a heap once before. A real amount of gaudy jeans and sweaters. Plus some around my age. Around the same size, looked like. Sitting in the driver's seat of the car, changing a pair of jeans and a sweater. I usually get changed too. Well, are you going to wear pajamas forever? She answered reluctantly. Grabbed some cheese and other clothes and opened the door. Hey, where are you going? Just like that, she started walking to the park's bathroom. Yeah, that was fast. Come back in short order. The gem she'd been wearing in her hands, a white shirt and a pair of jeans on her body. Well, that turned out fairly well. Alright, I expected this, but everything was too big and baggy on her. Jeans were too long and rolled up far past the cuffs. See her shirt were much the same way. I don't say that, just a little warmer this way at least. Generally a slight sad face to my words. Huh, is that it? Going for girlish clothes? Same response as ever. Sure, she was unhappy with her baggy shirt, but soon turned to her The usual lack of inspection. I'm getting to rain all of a sudden. Freezing rain falling from the frigid January skies would had forgotten how to stop. It was raindrops spattering on the windshield and scurrying view from the inside. When each grew too large surgeons rolled up, a few of them gathered, slid down, became rivers. These rivers swallowed up raindrops underneath them and ran to the bottom. I stared imply at the rain from the inside. Parking lot somewhere, a desolate place in the middle of the mountains. I finished shopping at a convenience store. We were spending the night here. The dinner menu: 2 rice bowls, unmutilated pork curries, wet drink, so I guess, and half a bag of potato chips. It's been a long time since we last did anything like this. Shimmer with a convenience store rice ball in one hand. Wasn't anything of wonderful quality, but it was far better than anything being served up in 7F. As I turned past the windshields glazed by the rain, a few white flowers on the roadside. Flowers soaked by the rain. I know it's been planned they're wild, but I learned something about them. Were those Narcissus?
Narcissus. 水星のことよ。
Alright, Narcissus. I didn't know flower names all that well. At least heard of Narcissus before. This girl seldom spoke a single word. Was actually shocking about something, so I followed along. And speaking of which, are these not exactly the real deer as well?
厳密には違う。
So this is pretty rare then.
別にどこにでもあるわよ。
Anywhere? And where exactly? It wasn't if I had any deeper for asking. Just that being conversation the best I could. Yet this girl thought about it for a bit until I opened her mouth.
西
West?
淡路島が有名。
Owishija Island. Hey, wait. Far away do you think that is? Started driving my car, I wasn't halfway proficient yet. Probably about 700 kilometers away. Even with the tollways, I couldn't say how long it would take. In the first place, I don't think we ever have money for that. If I know how we instead of the tollways, there's no way we'd have enough for gas. You don't say stuff like that. You can't mean to go there, right?
誰が行きたいなんて言ったの？
What?
問われたから答えただけ。
Just like that, shrink back to staring at the flowers across the windshield. Thick haze of cold rain streaming on glass. She kept gazing and gazing and gazing. I didn't particularly want to go there either, but no one else said I wanted to go. Chapter 3, Map.
時間の止まった私。
My pal uses trivia upon uses trivia, information from the TV and the TV alone. See nothing is real anymore, fading away into the hollow space.
でも地図を見るのは好きだった。
Trains, cars, I love things that take you places. For that matter, off my narrow bed. Change routes over and over and over. Sedans, coupes, convertibles, go around so many different kinds of cars. The first route continued on forever, run the route forever and ever and ever. Indigo blue skies, beautiful coastlines. Right until I came in, these places sketched in my dreams. So I passed in the arc of a cape. Running on the white sand of a beach, the sun on my back. If I close my eyes, I gotta go anywhere. Towards landscapes I never seen with my own eyes, longing for the soil upon which I never hoped to tread.
無意味にただ知識だけを増やした。虚しく憧れだけを募らせた。
January 21st, 2005. The sky after the rain. High-flying clouds streaming by at knife-edge speeds. Ink switching sound that higher and what else felt. Through it all, there we were. Driving along as always. No destination, just the desire to keep going no matter what. Wasn't I was looking to go at YG Island at all. We didn't have the gas money to get there. But so far, I have these unfamiliar roads. Even as I thought these thoughts. But where are we? First to wonder. I know my geography very well to begin with. I'm seeing all sorts of place names I didn't recognize. I thought of driving to the ends of the earth, but with the GPS navigation system broken, I had no idea anymore. Before I knew it, I started looking around anxiously at the street signs I drove. I don't know at all. Well, I don't know where we are right now. Said something to me and I gave it a casual response. Cause he probably wasn't gonna know what you would have asked her.
入間よ。埼玉県の。
Huh. What?
次の交差点を右に行けば16号線。八王子へ出るわ。
You knew all this? You happen to live around here or something?
別にそんなんじゃないわよ。
It was a surprise. It wasn't just surprising, it was something short of a miracle that she knew the roads to this detail. No matter how I looked at it, she didn't have to drive around it all that much herself. Then could it be? You know the way here to YJ Island?
質問の意味がわからない。
See, we really get there on normal highways without having to get there on tollways. Right now, just doesn't get money to get us there.
あなた行きたいの？
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
じゃあ聞かないで。
Those words, she fell silent. He turned to face the window with as a frosty demeanor as ever. But she wasn't looking at the passing scenery. It felt like she was staring at something in the unreachable distance. Her, then don't ask me. Just what the hell was that supposed to mean? Like she replied if I told her that I was planning on going. So we continued on, no purpose, no aim. It wasn't a race of plan or scheduled from the get-go. We just didn't want to die in 7F, or at our oh-so-fake homes. And maybe I alone, we still wanted something to show us the way, no matter what way that might be. It's cold.
そうね。
Some beach whose name I did not know reached the sea before I had known it. Planning on heading west, was not looking at going south. Pitch black sky and a cool, windy waterfront. Both got out of the car and stared at the darkened sea. Stood apart from me as usual and stared in the distance. The black sky and ocean melted in the horizon's edge. I seemed taking the view of the ocean for a while, so I started walking towards the beach.
どうなると思う？
Now I've got no idea what you're talking about.
楽に死ねると思う。このまま海に入っていくと。
Probably not, because you have to drown. Those were her words. She slowly walked towards the sands, her back turned to me. Her time was the end. There was no fourth time. Choice between dying on 7F and dying at home. Apparently no one had escaped this choice. Those are the words that she herself had spoken to me. Yet her second time around, she told me that she didn't want to die on 7F or at home. This is how she explained the rules to me, after her duty was already over. That's why I thought this is what she meant. I don't know, never drowned before.
じゃあもしも今私が海に入っていったならあなた止める？
She turned to look at me as she says this, with the moon rising in the dark heavens as her backdrop. And her gaze, which had always been far away, was directed straight at me. I don't know. I'd have to see when the time came.
そうよね。
She turned her back to me and slowly started walking towards the sea once more. Hey, tell me,
何？
do you want to be stopped? Under my words, she's outswore of the waves. Strong wind kicked up a spray that beat against her feet. If you want to be stopped, then I'll stop you.
別にそんなんじゃないわよ。
Then it'll be fine if I don't stop you, right? There's no reply to my question. But her feet did not move any farther either. So that was her answer then and there. The high heavens of winter. Blue and almost clear at the point of morning. Strong northern winds beating against electric wires overhead. Silver clue reflecting that blue sky in its shining frame. Moving its wheel and her in the passenger seat as per usual. I didn't know where this was. The real problem was we were running around out of gas soon. We didn't have that much money to begin with, and the various convenience store purchases we had even less. Only about $7,000. Of course, I had no idea any liters his car took, but we probably had enough money to fill the gas tank once. We didn't really have a destination or anything, but if we didn't feel they didn't fill up, we couldn't go anywhere anymore. Gonna fill up on gas.
そう
With that, I turn the steering wheel and drove to a gas station is coming into view. Welcome, are you paying back credit card or cash? Cash, please. Regular or premium? Regular? Premium? I have no idea. Well, then I had no idea what anything in this car. Top of that, it's been a long time since those driver's license classes. Which one would you like? There was a lost words, and so to the gas station attendant waiting for me. I was about to answer at random, because I didn't care which one of the two it was. So look on the passenger seat.
レギュラーよ
Huh? Oh, okay. Regular then. Okay then, regular. One full tank paying with cash? Yeah, that'll be all. Okay then, thank you very much. And skillfully in operation of those cheerful words. I just be able to smell the gasoline wafted in from the window that it had opened roughly 10 centimeters. You sure this thing takes regular? So anything in all of this, and it's pointing at the prices list. Oh, so that was it. It's cheaper this way. I don't understand it very well, but I don't think there is that much difference in price. That's all the gasoline meter and the number of liters being displayed. 25, 26, 27, 28. I was running my incredible speed. But I made a mistake. Can get a little worried as I watch those numbers climb. Only feel think a little while back. They don't really have that much money on hand. In the coins, I had about 7,000 yen. Of course, I had no idea how many liters this tank took. What was I going to do if I had enough money? Did some quick calculations and realized that after 60 liters, I wouldn't have enough. $36, $39, $40, $41. I just kept climbing without slacking pace at all. Became more and more worried over something I usually wouldn't give a second thought to. Damn, how many liters does this thing take? Let those words out before I knew it.
大丈夫よもう止まるわ
Huh?
これ50リッターだから
Just he said, the gas meter stopped between 47 and 48. It's on our receipt being printed out, and they attended near my window again. Hey, rating, the total comes to 5,240 yen. Oh, okay, here. Took out a 500 yen note and a crumpled 1,000 yen note in my pocket and handed the attendant. Alright, your change comes to 760 yen. Here's your receipt. Thank you for your business. Turn straight on the road upon hearing the attendant's cheerful voice. So Coop now in motion once more. On this bright side, I was not worried about running out of gas. On the not so bright side, we only have about 2,000 yen left. It's worried me, but there's something that preoccupied much more. Hey, question. I believe that you're an expert on cars too.
別に
What do you mean, not really? You knew this car took 50 liters of gas, didn't you? Of course, it might as well have been that kind of thing was just absolutely common knowledge I just didn't have. But she's proven she was an expert on these roads not so long ago. I've been caught by surprise twice now. I took the identification from the glove compartment. And of course, you know how to make a model of this car as well, don't you?
それは質問
You think of that as a quiz if you want.
インテグラタイプ R クーペ
Correct. And the specs?
99年式高速ミッション最高出力200馬力
On this station, they actually answer. Wasn't whether I follow along the vehicle spec sheet as he read all figures with total disinterest.
全長4380全幅1695まだ言うの
No, it's alright, you're correct. Put the vehicle spec back in its place. Leave my ears, she knew every single specification. I didn't think one could just memorize these things, and I venture I guess is why she had. But right from her eyes, she got every single spec correct. Thinking back to the roads and flowers, I was getting the impression she knew a lot about a lot. Hey, so why do you know so much about everything?
別にあなたより年上だからよ。
That bare response went back to her usual silence. After staring out the window again, I found myself able to throw any more questions at her. Older. They didn't look that way at all, but it was something she said before too. Name was Hitsumi, able to type as though there's written on her white ID bracelet. There's very little indication showing that she was older than me at all. When the sun started picking up from under the clouds, Silver Coupe speeding along. No destination, no place to go, just running forward. No worries about gasoline, nor money either. Only about 2,000 yen left. Only enough for 3-4 more days of, at most, of convenience store food. Alright, so now what do you want to do?
質問の意味がわからない。
And we have no more money left.
だから、
Look, your appearance unchanging as ever. This is a conversation we're having while eating rice balls bought at a convenience store not long ago. Finally, the fact that even when we're driving along like this, using up gasoline little by little. It's better to just stay still without doing anything at all. But it was impossible for me to stay still without doing anything, without straining for anything. I kept driving with those feelings at heart. We skipped driving on normal highways and ran out of gas in about 3 days. Likely only enough for 3 more days worth of food with 2,000 yen we only had left. You're also going to become too poor to do anything soon enough. Hey, do you want to try going to this Owaija island? No reply, he just kept staring out the window as per usual. I think I might want to. Why? Well, that's... Wasn't if we escaped from 7F with any goal or destination in mind. Because east or west, no matter where, anything was fine with me. I just wanted a goal and a destination, because anything was fine with me. No daylight giving out to the darkness that night. I stopped the car in the parking lot of a pachinko parlor. I also wasn't planning on winning any money through pachinko or slots. Knew there wasn't much I could do on just 2,000 yen alone. If we're skillful enough, I might be able to split 10,000 or 2,000 yen. That's my guess, based on how many times I've been in Chico partners in the past. If I had that much, we'd be okay in the first place. I might be able to get to Owaija Island on that amount. So I told her about the plan I just thought of. About it, wanna try it out?
Yeah.
Okay, very well. I looked at it, but she shut me down immediately. I didn't hope that she'd cooperate with me in the first place. Told her about my plan as a fault complide? Something like that. Not because I wanted to aid in it. Alright then, wait here. Got out of the car and stood in the pachinko parlor alone. It's more crowded than I thought. Bunch of pachinko balls, lots of people, and more importantly, cash boxes crowded everywhere. Good a place as any. Thinking this, head over to the slot machines. Picked them from the corridor for a while. Having finished my survey, focused on one set of machines. That's meant as cylinder men, alright. 4 boxes at their feet and 2 on rags above them. Maybe stand separating each of them. Like I've seen before, these may not come with acquaintances or friends. It's not very requirements. In a place like this, no one would notice if I swapped one of the cash boxes. Even in a store like this, each employee held about 20,000 yen or so. Not even just that much. Kept waiting for one of the salarymen to go to the bathroom. There were after only 20 minutes had passed. Salaryman finally stood up for his seat. I told him a bit to make sure I was going to the bathroom. Just back to the stand where he occupied. When people were hitting the slots and the attendants, I slowly approached that stand. And then, That's raising suspicion, as it's a natural thing in the world. So one of those cat sparks underfoot. That noise went scattered everywhere with a thunderous noise. I had meaning to pick it up. I really had picked it up with my very own hands, but they were unable to bear that weight, and the catchbox crashed down on the floor. I turned in my direction and see what the motion was all about. I was feeling like someone was shouting. I got the feeling that someone was running towards me. It was all behind me. I already bolted and was less than 2 meters away from the inch of the savage by then. I didn't join audition in a hurry and floored the pedal. I spun the vehicle away from my hasty getaway. Just then. Wham! Crunch, crunch. Running against the curb or something as I turned to make my getaway. That's a horrible crunching sound. I accelerated onto the road before me giving it a second thought. Sun drifting on over the chest and silver coupe, speaking out of the daylight and the darkness. I was screaming about the cross a little while ago, but I had distanced myself from that place now. And soon, after 10 minutes of this, a friend dances away from the chinko parlor, stopped at some roadside and started to get out to inspect the damage. Yeah, I didn't look too serious. Sounded slightly worried as she called out to me. I turned and inspected the damage. There's a bump in the rear fender and a small crack in the muffler. I didn't think there would be any problem with driving like this. Let out a sigh, somewhat relieved. That sucked. Thought back what had just happened at the Pinko parlor. Slipped up there, but I'd been a little more skillful, I might have pulled it off. The reason I wasn't able to hold on to that cash box because it had been a while since I lifted something heavy. If I don't all my strength out on the outset, I might be able to make it. Huh? Look like she's seeing straight through me. But that kind of way. Perhaps she was right. I want to admit how changed I was. Fair enough, I didn't anticipate all that I could go. I anticipated all that I could go this week. Then, what should I do? No answer. I turned in silence towards the window to stare at the dark night sky. Probably the way she was telling me to give up. Chapter 4, then we'll see.
時間を止め、心を止めて、情報だけを積み重ねる日々。
I just went gazing at the map, closing my eyes, and traveling through unfamiliar roads. One day, using a month magazines, a photograph from the front cover drew my eyes. A model in a showy swimsuit. Practice poses on a sandy beach. Someone catches us for the emerald sea that I'd always dreamed about. He was probably my age. Something at me happily, cheerfully, with her outstanding figure. Wasn't I was jealous or anything. I didn't own any swimsuits to begin with, and I didn't come close to having a need for them. Shame was required enough for me. I remembered that day, during the first year of middle school, my first day of hospitalization. I remembered having ordered a swimsuit, and having done so several years ago now. I remembered that day that the swimsuit lost its opportunity to be used. Took that school swimsuit, and it was the day I bought it, out of the drawer, where I patiently waited for years. Took it out my usual pajamas and timidly put on that navy blue swimsuit. I was shocked. It had been years. yet it fit me as it had been for me that very day. Such a model was swelling me warmly, smiling from the midst of the Emerald Sea. Suddenly warmly and happy with that beautiful womanly figure. It was saddening. Wasn't I was jealous? No. The truth was that I was probably yearning for it. Yearning for it, yet impossibly, stubbornly. Because I knew it was absolutely impossible.
だけど胸の大きな傷跡が諦めろと諭した。生涯の伴侶は目を閉じた世界にしろと諭した。
January 22nd, 2005. One time when the sun slowly arced and dyed the rest of the horizon orange. We're on the road as usual. What shall we do now? We really had no more money left to spare.
ねえあなた、
I thought upon these things. She got me by surprise by calling out to me.
あなた、お風呂は入れるの？
Yeah, that's it. I could go ahead unless it was a long, protracted bath.
そう。私も似たようなもんよ。
She replied loud, and what I meant by they were the doctors and cautious against. Then many were forbidden to do so due to kidney or disatract issues. Then I thought about it. Problem was probably in the circular system, just like me. Well, do you want to take a bath?
悪い。
No, I kinda wanted to as well. And so we didn't have money to stay at a hotel or an inn. Then, do you want to stop by a public bathhouse?
銭湯？
Yeah, we got the money for that at least.
やっぱりいい。
What do you mean, fine? Already been 3 days since we escaped from 7F. We're allowed to bathe twice a week there, and had sponge baths twice a day as well. Then again, we're getting sweaty given the season, and since we're in a car, we aren't getting very dirty. Could it be that's embarrassing for you to be in a public bathhouse?
別にそんな意味じゃないわよ。
Around the time when the sun had completely disappeared and the moon waxed large in the night sky. I'm just why I found something that looked like a school. There's have to do. Stop the car for the gates. I rummaged in the back seat through the clump of clothing there. Real quickly, there were 2 or 3 towels on this heap. Now they're sifting through a bunch of clothes. Found a hand towel after all. The legend Zirashashi Construction written on it. But one of those appreciation gifts they gave out like candy. Alright then, wait a bit. Taking 2 towels with me, I headed towards the school. I climbed over the closed gates and looking anxiously for my target. Huh, there it is. Found a water fountain. A water faucet station, probably for gardening use. Turn the knob and cold water poured out of the faucet. Water cold enough to freeze me stiff. What did you tell us to squeeze them out? Sorry for the wait. Here. I never wanted the 2 towels to her. I took my sweater and started washing myself. Cool itself felt pretty good against the warm heating in the car. Hey, you go ahead and clean yourself too. It's nice and cold too.
分かった。
She was reluctant at first, but then she slowly started undoing her buttons. Shirt and jeans are all too big on her. Like me, she simply washed herself by retracting her hands into the shirt. What is it?
見ないでよ。
Oh, sorry, that's right. She turned the wet towel in her hand, clothes half on, half off. First time I'd seen her look like that, a little annoyed, a little embarrassed. Inside the car, our backs turned to each other. Hey, feels pretty good, huh? Inside the car, rather than darkness, darker night. Drawing myself out, reflected in the glass in the windows. So I was reflected her with back towards me, showing herself just as I was. Taking a shirt just as I had. I didn't mean to look, but I could see big scars on her chest. Probably post-surgical. Didn't know what for, but they're much larger than mine.
ねえあなた
Huh? Oh, what is it?
そんなに珍しい
Back turned to me, speaking to me, reflected in the window. January 25th, 2005. Circular emotions underneath cloudy skies. Driving around without a destination as per usual. It's already 3 days later. Nothing really changed in that time. Along the way, I found a free public open-air bath. Since it seemed devoid of people, we were able to take a bath after all. Other than that, we're out of money, and we're running out of gas again. You getting tired?
別に
I appreciate these words while eating convenience store rice balls. I haven't tasted anything up at 7F, but they're long feeling boring by now. We don't have any money to have anything else with this kind of meal.
音がうるさい
Huh? What is all of a sudden?
車の音前より大きくなってる
Oh yeah, fair enough. Probably because I cracked the muffler when I was escaping from the pachinko parlor. I noticed it, but sure enough, the car was sounding louder. Not a real impediment to driving. The bigger problem was gas. I was driving for 5 minutes since the meter had bottomed out and empty. I only had 900 yen left. Like last time, there was obviously not enough. If the car stopped due to a lack of gas, we'd be able to do nothing anymore. I decided to look for a gas station, one that was self-service. I found one when I stopped the car next to the nearest pump. I'm gonna get some gas.
そう
But don't get out of the car. Right, you probably know what I meant by that. I opened the cap of the gas tanks, taking in the gas tanks. Went to the car in the station, a little building with an attendant within. Probably there to get payment and give back change. Finish all, you're supposed to take the receipt to him when it was done. Couldn't make a getaway right then we wanted. I felt I looked around the quiet gas station. Numbers went on by the meter, too slowly it seemed, unlike the last time. You're pointing on easily if it wouldn't fill up a little bit faster. After the meter hit 40, right before the tank was full. Welcome. For some reason, the attendant who had been in the building up until now came rushing towards us. Secretary Fisher and ashtrays okay? Huh? Yeah, yes they are. I see, well it's cold out, so please be careful. He started cleaning the windows and trying to take good care of us. But when we checked the tank was full and the business-like sound sped out a receipt. Oh, please be there to pay. Stopped by in the windows for a second and pointed at the building. I held the receipt in my hand in silence and stood completely still, wondering what I should do. Something the matter, sir? Oh no, it's nothing. Trying to get back into the car. Turn the engine on and ignition. What should I do now? I think I was watching the rear window by now. I floated an accelerator now. Be able to read the license plate number right away. Get arrested just like that. Radio escape now. I saw you, I floored the clutch. This is about to shift from neutral in the first gear.
はい
Huh? Couldn't use it. Probably produce an envelope and took a 10,000 yen note out and gave it to me. You have money on you? I thought she had any. Because of that, we had so many hardships until now. Why didn't you tell me?
あなた聞いた
Huh? Well, no. Well,
聞かれなかったからよ
with that, she turned in silence through the window. Serve recoup motion once more. Tank was full again. We had 5,000 yen note as change. But what just happened was weighing heavily on my mind. Hey, you know. Here, this is all of it. Huh? Before I get any farther, she sent the envelope to me. Can I use this?
別にいいわよ。
Look at the envelope. There are about 14,000 yen notes inside. This would be enough. But now there's something else entirely different on my mind. Why did she have this much money on her? 5,000 yen notes that I had brought me were just whatever I had at hand at the time. But in her case, she prepared this all in advance. Hey, you know, she didn't want to die on 7F, right?
家だって嫌よ。
Yeah, same here. Then where are you gonna go? Didn't you prepare this money for that purpose? Remember what you told me earlier. He's gonna go somewhere while she still could. She asked me, do you want to stop me or come with me? I'm sure there is somewhere you want to go.
別に
So much an answer.
どこもないわよ。
Oh, she remembered. Distantly, sadly. If that was the case, she'd been preparing for a trip all by herself without having a destination in mind this entire time? Didn't even wonder who would do such a lonely thing. If I gazed at her lonely looking profile, I found my answer. She would.
じゃああなたはどうなの？
Me? Not really.
真似しないでよ。
I'm imitating you. Kept driving along without a destination. When I skipped so enough for that second thought, it made few preparations for that destination. But right now anywhere is fine with me, but I want to go somewhere. At least for me, I wanted a path to follow. Fine with anything, as long as it was a path. Hey, how about that white giant you were talking about? We get there with the money we have. Really, anywhere would have been fine. I was just F7 or home, as long as we could get there. We didn't just wander aimlessly. One head toward the destination, no matter where the destination was. What about you? Want to try going there?
別に
That, she turned her back to the window in usual silent fashion. Those same eyes, the same as ever, looking somewhere in the distance. Just what could she be looking at? Just what was she hoping for when she came with me? Chapter 5. Number 1 Route.
地図を見るのは好きだった。
The one route continuing on forever, places unknown. And I love cards because they take me anywhere. No matter how much useless trivia I gained, it was all my imagination, eventually chipping away at reality at my heart. I had a swimsuit, I had maps, but I had no future. There's a world outside my window, but there was nothing I could touch. It closed my eyes, I could go to a world without anything in it, but it wasn't if the real world would just disappear for me. I knew all of this. The long companion scars are telling me to get used to this world of closed eyes. And yet, I was so filled with what ifs and dreamed of wild possibilities, but eventually, yearning never progressed past yearning. The bikini swimsuit, the emerald sea. New scars told me that I should just give up on them already.
だけど
So was my life in the hospital amidst this world of closed eyes. It was so sad to only be able to choose between 7F and home. No options given. However, it's sad that I still couldn't think of any other places anyway. But I lived on for 22 years like this.
一つくらい好きにさせてよ。
Remembering those words, felt time, which should have been standing still, began to move again. That day my heart, which should have been standing still, was in torment. January 26th. One route. Something like that. Silver coupe whose hood reflected the clear blue skies of the winter. Running around aimlessly as ever, but at least more worries about gas or food. Soon enough came out a large intersection. I attained to approval last night, but I was heading toward west regardless. My problem is I didn't know the roads at all. We tough on our budget to take the tollways. Those were my thoughts as we reached a large intersection. I had to continue heading straight without a single thought when...
そこ、左折。
Huh?
左に曲がって。
Jump request. Because I wondered what was up, I turned left as she requested onto a very wide road. What was that about?
これが1号線。当分はまっすぐよ。
For now? I was surprised by her sudden direction giving. We didn't get her up until now, but she knows about everything. It was the first time that she had voluntarily given me directions. Could it be that you decided you want to go after all? Well, you know, to the place we talked about, to Hawaii Island.
悪い。
No, that's not what I meant at all. I'm driving along without any purpose. I was floundering in search of some destination, and always dramatic, she was looking into the distance. So the words just came out of her mouth, took me completely by surprise.
期待してるわけじゃない。
What?
別に水着が欲しいわけじゃ。
Just what do you think you're saying?
なんでもないわよ。
It shimmered with sunlight underneath the clear winter sky. We passed through the deep slopes and sharp curves of Akone, something like that. And now much more of the flat area. Hey, I wonder where are we anyway?
愛知県よ。間もなく名古屋市街に入るわ。
We're driving through the normal highways because we're certainly on a budget to use the tollways. Never go down that alone, but thanks to her, we're making good progress. And shucks, it's more accurate than any navigation system. I know I felt this way, but I could tell we're on the right track.
次の交差点。22号線に入って。
Got it. Turn on the steering wheel and change lanes as I've been told to. Scenery straight past the window, the sights and sounds of a city that I've never seen before. Spreading to the north. In time, the wide open spaces transitioned to urban neighborhoods. Want to stop by there? Some family restaurant at the roadside of a hallway. Pointing to it as I drove and kept talking. All we've had is convenience store food all the way up until now, right? Of course, it wasn't as we've been subsisting on convenience store food because we liked it. It's the fact that we had no money, and the result of the fact that we were on edge. But now we have a little more money to spare, that's why I suggested it. After all, a family restaurant could be a nice change of pace, huh?
私はコンビニでいい。
Looked down a little as he said this. Like he was staring at the clothes or something. Oh, fair enough. Speaking of which, his clothes were way too big on her. Alright then, next up, how are we stopping by that place?
あっちって。
Look over there on your side, that Dream Shop's over there. Is there a Dream Shop and a casual wear wholesale chain that I see at other places on normal highways? Kind of store isn't likely to be that expensive either. We're stopping in, alright? I'm stopping now. No reply, no resistance either. Might as well have been... It would have been better for me to think of her non-reply as an answer to the affirmative or something. Went into the store. Spit curiously around the two huge floors of this place, looking at every single corner there was. She said that word she always had been, but might have looked much different from usual. It was a little different from the way she was watching that boring TV reflected nothing. Same item after item of clothing, soon to be considering the prices. And whenever she tried on a new outfit, she'd come running up to me and...
どう？
What do I think? It looks pretty good on you.
変じゃない。
No, I don't think so. Especially try on outfit after outfit. When you show it to me every single time. She didn't once smile letting a facial expression out, but it seemed that she was somewhat happy about this. Alright, have you decided?
これにする。
Saying that she showed me your final outfit. A pretty skirt and a pretty shirt and a short skirt. She selected to make her look like a middle or high school student, but she seemed to be pleased enough. If memory served, surely in the past she was older than me. No matter how I looked, that doesn't seem to be true. Especially opposite of the fact that I couldn't help but smile. But, maybe better if the skirt were a bit longer. I don't know, I'm not saying it doesn't look good on you at all. See, it's cold, in that kind of outfit.
別に平気よ。
She spoke these words. So little pink rised to her pale face. Her girl kept herself absolutely motionless. Could it be that she was blushing? First expression of emotion that I'd ever seen from her. Taking load again. Sweat noisy silver coupe, fleeing along underneath the high heavens of winter.
次で21号線に入って。
Got it. Second the navigator as usual. With no time at all, we entered Gifu Prefecture? But as per usual, she was looking out the window at nothing. But now she was checking herself in the mirror over and over, as if well pleased. Checking herself in that mirror as she didn't want me to catch her doing it.
何？
Well, looks like you're pretty happy with those clothes, that's all.
別にそんなことないわよ。
Now she stopped looking at the side view mirror. After a little while, she started checking herself out again as I watched. So there were awfully cute things about her as well. It's only as small as this, so I know as could be, I found it very cute. Now the sun had darkened to night. Some roadside somewhere, when we finished our dinner, convenience store again. Wonder what's happened since we left. White vinyl ID braces hanging loosely from my wrist. Remember those words I looked on in the description, like blood type in my name, the name of the hospital. Think they're in an uproar?
多分ね。
Yeah. Parents, friends, and the doctors. We're only a paper-thin display on their part. I was a little sorry to think they might be worried. My bad, father, everyone. I don't think so without consulting anyone.
ね
What is it?
最初に死ぬって聞かされた時泣いた。
I was really shocked by her sudden question, and not a sign as I pondered upon it some time. When I think of it, I don't think I cried.
どうして自分だけって運命を呪った。
I don't remember doing that either. At first, I couldn't believe it was actually happening, as it wasn't a part of reality at all. But maybe, just maybe, I had felt something, a little. My buddies from the Technical Institute brought a new car, and explained how you had to take out huge loans. Some got their first job, some were still in school. Some had children, others got dumped by their girlfriends. But I had no future. So truly, I wonder why it had to be me. I told myself that this was fate. I think I did feel as if I couldn't accept that. Then, how about you?
私
Yeah, did you cry or curse fate?
私は平気だった。
And why?
だって最初から何も望んでなかったから。私は諦めていたから。
Is that so? I really despair of getting it from the beginning. Not fun to turn your back that way, but not difficult either. I can't help feeling that it was just too sorrowful that way. But that it could have been in her case. There's no other possible course of action.
前に見た映画で言ってた。狼は3年しか生きないって。
Huh? Wolves? Don't change the topic on me.
でもロバは9年も生きるんだって。
Why was that? Why 3 years for wolves and 9 years for donkeys?
ロバは役に立つから長生きする。そういうことらしいの。
She remembered these words she looked out the window impassively. She did a thing that she told herself, to resign herself, to abandon herself to her fate. The moon in the sky at sunset, a brightest through Route 21. The flickering white specks dancing in a twilight sky was starting to snow and snow hard.
どうかした？
Yeah, it's snowing. Sure enough, look, there is snow covering the roadsides. No idea we had a reason to heavy snow, but as far as I could see, everything is draped in white. This was somewhat concerning. As far as I could tell, he started as one of the studless variety. Wind and he's no heavier than this, it was like they were going to be in trouble. Hey, did it snow here a lot? See, if it snows much than this, it'll be tough. There's any snow on the road right now, but it would be no surprise to encounter frozen road segments from here on out. And given that, it could very become necessary to equip tire chains, something they hadn't gone through in training. So, do you know?
この先は関ヶ原。
Well, yeah, you told me that earlier, but what I know is it snows a lot here.
わからない。
She answered, somewhat desolate. Made me feel there's something incongruousness here. So who knew the roads this well? She knew everything about this car. Something like that should have been child's play. Very well, I'll drive carefully. A beach, we're getting out of the car and looking at a lake. A chilly wind kicked up, scattering a powdered snow across the lake's frozen surface. In its mist, she slowly began walking towards that beach, as if the open itself. This was what I had seen before.
ねえ、どう思う？
Asking whether I think you should die without much pain if you walked in.
海より楽な気がする。
I have no idea what your base for that is.
だって海水は塩辛いし体も浮いちゃうでしょ。
What predictability you have there. Another cold north wind, falling snow. Burger jokingly, seriously. Who knew about our one-end point? After a while, she walked towards the lake once more.
やっぱり止めないよ。
You don't have any intention to die today, do you?
そうかも。
That's what it was until this advertisement of which we'd spoken. Wasn't I particularly wanted to go there. I just didn't have any problem with going there either. But I wanted to throw that purse up until now. The things of our final destination are being bored in us. Put harder progress towards water even if I'm having to stop her. It's like that this way was for her too.
そこから1号に戻って。
Got it. From number 8 back to number 1. On the grounds for navigation, we're not heading for Narcissu.
ねえ、今ってお金は大丈夫？
Yeah, we still have 30,000 yen or so. At that clothing store, we only spent money on convenience store food. Why? What's up?
じゃあ高速に乗る？
The tollway? Why can't we get there through the normal highways?
確かにギリギリまでなら行けるけど、でも最終的には必ず有料道路に乗るから。
See, that's how you get to YG Island. I didn't know it that well, but apparently when I get there, I got some bridge called Seto or something.
じゃあ草津からバイパスに入って。
Got it. Another direction, I went from Sega Interchange to the Michigan Hot Expressway. Compared to all the roads we've been on so far, it's obvious this one is a real expressway. This is what a Spirit Westway was. No traffic lights, beautiful perspective. Seems pretty simple to even a beginner like me. I got in the rightmost lane, I heard a terrific sound behind me. Didn't know it comes to a passing lane or anything, but I got used to it, expressway was almost fun. It's a pretty incredible car. The car is passing at a terrific speed, not speaking, and two of us exchanged glances. She knew from her passenger seat she was looking somewhat different than usual. Usually staring at the window in the distance, they were just looking around at the other cars with great interest. Speaking of which, she knew a lot about cars for some reason or another, didn't she? One at the car that just blown past us. Hey, what kind of car is that? Where's the best time, see?
トヨタセリカオーバービュー
One we just overtook?
シトローエ草田
Well, I knew a lot of it. To tell the truth, I didn't know if she was right or not. But it was really pleasant to hear words coming from your usual silent lips. So I kept flying with the questions.
青いのはユニモス、赤いのはアルファロメオ。
You told me the two cars are just passing us now. I need to bet you don't know what that is. Put a truck, not a car, as I spoke. I want to see a little perplexity seeping at the expression on his face of hers. She didn't know trucks that well then.
日産アトラス
Oh, wow, you're incredible. Planning on teasing her, but instead she gone straight over my head. Didn't little Nell have something to be proud of?
そう
Yeah, I think you should to your own home about it. She had no words in response. Felt like she was blushing a little bit. She loves cars after all. Then, when we get there, you want to try driving?
でも私免許持ってない。
It'll be fine. Driving along the beach will be fun, don't you think? We're on the way to Edge Island. There will be lots of places without any people. It's kind of a stick shift, so let's try to have fun driving it. If you want, I'll teach you. Well, to be honest, I'm a complete beginner myself. Chapter 6, Echo. We're on the high plain side started dropping into the shadow. Silver coupe speeding along the tollway. We're along the Katsugoro parking area. Short break, a change of pace. Wanna stop at the next rest area too?
うん。
What's wrong?
ちょっと疲れたみたい。
I see. This probably wasn't reasonable. Been pretty energetic a while back, and I was taxing impatient and sick as we were. I'll buy something for you. I'll be back in a second. I sure to a snack stand and picked up a few things, no different from the 10 convenience store fare. Here, Perry Sweat and rice balls and potato chips. Her lunch was the same as ever, but she didn't start eating at all. Under the circumstances, she already had turned in the potato chips by now. Are you okay? Could it be that you're not feeling so well?
薬が切れただけだから。
I see. So she was out and scared of that. At least being scared from the hospital was obvious to her it was gonna happen. The clear witnesses were intentionally leaving meds behind. But I hadn't even thought about it until now. I had the senses to think about it. When did you run out?
昨日の夜。
Should have been after them for 24 hours pretty soon. They told me that I could go on without my meds for 2 days or so, but maybe she was the same way. I thought about it. The AD has already since we left the hospital. Given the amount of meds I brought with me, I could see the end of the line coming into view. Just what was I supposed to do?
ね、私7階は嫌よ。
Yeah, I know. You don't want to be at home either. Save recoup emotion once again. I should have got off the tollway at the next exit. I know how it's going to change things, but it wasn't ever staying on the tollway was going to help. Heading to everybody from the one tollway exit. We're going for a primary taxi at a large hospital, not a small and private clinic. But it best just to go to the hospital. We know a patient would have been obvious. But we're in heavens of 7F. Eddie races around wrists were white, not blue. We were skippies from 7F at that. Circling around the neighborhood as I held those thoughts in my mind. Probably be able to find what we needed at a pharmacy near a large hospital. Found it. The Union Hospital at a major intersection. All pharmacies closed next to it. Carried it as good as it got and stopped the car on a vacant lot. They gave me a medication bag. She handed the bag over to me with a curious look on her face. Looking in the bag and took out the medication listed there and then. This is what I needed. Alright, I'll be right back. Leaving her in a car, my door was near my pharmacy. My back door was slid open and walked in. I was looking for the counter. Pharmacist, welcome. A middle-aged man came in the counter to greet me. Probably a pharmacist giving him his white coat. Could I have these drugs, please? Yes, of course. Just a moment. Medication listed as given him. Checking the interior of the pharmacy. First is the pharmacy with the hospital. Not just standard mom and pop outfit. I made dispensed places like this back when I was attending outpatient clinics. After all, just right next to the hospital. Basically, the meds we needed. Thanks for waiting. Here we are. I said to come back after a short time. It's only 2 plastic bags, each one of them full of medication bottles. The amount would be fine for now. Probably either last for a week or so. Take my wallet from my pocket. Oh, may I see your prescription? Prescription? Yes, these are prescription medications. Did give you one, yes? Friend about this. They know any medications. I couldn't just waltz in and buy them. Something the matter? Oh, well... It's there inside. The pharmacist looked on suspicion. Pharmacist, wait. That's... I noticed the white ID bracelet on my wrist. Letters inscribed on it. My name and blood type. The name of the hospital. Oh. Medication that he had left on the counter. I them up all at once. Hey, stop right there. He shouted at me from across the counter. This my back. I already started sprinting. I 5 meters to the door. Things were weak. I was wobbly, but I kept running nonetheless. I'm about to sprint out of the slowly open door of the pharmacy. Just then. Ow, damn. Then it was white out for a second. I hit it on the glass edge automatic door so hard that apparently the glass of the door had shattered. Dizzy was somehow first opened the headphone door with my hands. Right after the dead sprint, I don't want you to let those medications go. So the breath that I felt like I was fainting. I'm a few meters of the car, but it felt much longer. It was going to chase me, it seemed. They didn't have time to looking behind me anyway. So I got caught. Then what happened to her? Should I wait for my return forever alone in that car? Never dear life with those feelings at heart. Staggering, short of breath, sad that is all I think I had. I collapsed in the driver's seat and floored the pedals. First I realized that I was even weaker than I was at the pachinko parlor. I checked myself in the rearview mirror. There was blood on my forehead, maybe from a glass shard. Well, hopefully the bleeding would stop soon enough. Blood pressure was an issue as I drove.
大丈夫？
Yeah, I'm fine.
でも血が出てるし。
Don't worry about it, it's nothing. Waved my hand to her not to worry as she looked at me with concern. I handed over the medication that I had tightly clutched in my left hand. Here, take your meds. For now, it would be fine. That might last for maybe a week. But what were we gonna do when it ran out? Things got pretty well today, but as far as I was losing strength daily. We had no plan or destination. You're not feeling any fear of losing something you did not already have. But those things are a little different now. Purpose had been born, so a fear of losing that purpose has also been born. Painfully clear day, and the auspicious of the high heavens winter above us. Back on the expressway. Now we had passed the Sutas Junction on Hiroshima Road. Where are we going next?
神戸ジャンクションから。
Got it, to the Sino Expressway. Silver Coupe moving corridor navigation. By now, the roadside distance indicators are set off from the words OGI when we're appearing. Welcome 900 kilometers as we escaped from 7F that day. Never believed that we would have even made it. But our nation was not far from us now. And soon we could see a large bridge ahead of us. This is the Akashi Kukayo Bridge. Pretty incredible, huh? Pretty especially a triumphant feeling. We could drive across the ocean as an experience. I was driving along for a while. The people stopped at the roadside here and there, near to the bridge. By tourists or something, seeing as they're taking pictures and stuff. So like those people, I stopped the car on the shoulder of the road.
ここ駐停車禁止よ。
And it was just for a little while, it'll be okay. As far as I could see, there were other cars that had done the same. Hey, come on, let's get some fresh air. It's really an awesome view.
わかった。
Still reluctant, but she got out of the car with me anyway. And this is a strong cold wind atop the bridge. It's cooler than I thought it would be. It was all too much for us, we never really got out of the car. There are cars to us, there are two people who seem to be a couple not far from us. They were taking souvenir photos, probably always carried all the way over to us. When I looked around those two, I saw lots of families and tourist groups taking photos too. Souvenir photos, huh? Fair enough, one was supposed to take them at places like this. Come to think of it.
どうかした？
Yeah, wait for a second.
うん。
This camera here in somewhere. When I inspected the car interior the first time around, I saw a cheap disposable camera somewhere, and I remembered. I still had a few shots left in it, and it served. From the camera, I checked the film indicator. Oh good, still 2 shots left. So by the way, come on, I'll take a picture of you. A photo, might as well, you know.
嫌よ。
Oh come on, don't be like that. Check a pose or something. I held the camera towards her as I said this. Gonna look a little happy, won't you? But she were embarrassed, see when she turned to me as she had a little sour look on her face and said nothing more. Well, it's been that even she looked this way, she's trying her best to smile for me right now. This is how I was about to take a picture of her when... Excuse me, could I take a picture? Oh, yes, of course. People look like a couple, coming towards us holding a camera. I'll take a picture now. Please do. They're close to each other happily and flash brilliant smiles. I entered those two in the viewfinder and snapped a photo. Thank you very much. And now we'll take a picture of you two. Oh, no. We're using this camera, right? We're gonna answer taking my camera. And it's really lucky he plucked that out of my hand. But I want to get it over with as soon as possible, which is why I took the camera and ignored our hesitation. Alright, you two, get closer. Those are I stepped a little closer to her body. The usual lack of expression, she helpfully stepped a little closer to me. Shouldn't we be posing a bit more? This is some boyfriend character and his crazy commands. Everyone said to the side looking a little apologetic. I found myself that I knew that choice. Left my arm around her shoulder. First time I ever touched her. Feeling her childlike clothing and her waist-length hair under my hand. I couldn't see her face now and I was looking straight at the camera. But maybe, just maybe, she was greeting me with that never-seen, shy, bashful, silly shower look. Okay, we're taking the picture now. It's over, the couple started heading back to their car. You're doing the same. Girlfriend. They're misunderstanding, huh? Could have been that we looked that way to others. My words spoken lightly and in jest. Enjoying myself for some reason, I kept being there in that tone. What do you, Sumi, what do you think? With those words, as usual, she didn't back look the window. As usual, I couldn't see what kind of special affection she was wearing. But I could tell she wasn't looking far in the distance, turning away because I was making her bashful. See the sky above her head, spreading out to the distance with the wintry clarity. Birds moved to an interchange, not far from that bridge, heading out the fixed way and taking back on the normal highways. So we finally made it. Through the mirrors, we'd come over 900 kilometers since the day we escaped from F7. But it's really a destination that we hadn't even cared about in the onset. Then where do we go from here? So, got it. To do as per your instructions. But in truth, even I knew where to go at this point. I see the sign of the tourism information center from here. Without a second thought, I obeyed her navigational instructions. This is the way it had to be, and it could not be any other way. How does it come I came to think that way? Chapter 7 Narcissu. One of the days soil income rain dyed orange. Sandy beach in winter, nobody in it. Pine grows swaying in the cold winter wind. Stop the car at this beach and turn on the driver's seat to her. If you reach the clutch pedal? Okay, now shift the gears from neutral a second. Okay, do as you will. You try with all her might to step on the clutch, or I guess stealing with concentration. Leaned forward in my seat and tried my best I could. Good, now gently let up on the clutch. Then all nervous, and she I expected the engine started to knock horribly. Okay, next time let up on the clutch a little more gently. She did this confidently enough, but she really didn't have any skill at all. Trying hard that she even pursuing her lips. I could not feel that it was really charming because usually she had no expression all on her face. Hey, you almost look like you're hungover. Silver Cube now quite noisy courtesy of the crack in its muffler. It was like a song of lamentation arising from a beach that had no one in it. Remember when the sunset had faded in the nightfall? Remember when the sea breeze had changed to a land breeze? Before we knew it, the enormous moon had risen up in the night sky. Luxie more or less got the hang of it. Not with this reply, she smoothly shifted in the third gear. From the clutch was smooth and sure. She had free run on the entire narrow sandy beach. You can do this. And you'd probably be able to get a license even without going to driver's school.
そうなの？
Well, take what I say with a grain of salt. After all, not that's a right instructor or anything. Wasn't your plan to get on our license at this late hour. We both knew that. We had a map, and we had our meds, and that wasn't broken over. We had the silver coupe. But we had no time. We had no future. Because I knew this. It was all painful to me. Well then, I'll give you mine instead. And I took my loan license from my pocket. This was a license I thought I'd never use. Proof of a normal world that I thought I'd already lost. Here, substitute for your license.
もらっても使う時間なさそうよ。
Go ahead and take it. After all, I'm in the same boat. 7 out of which no one ever left alive. High ceilings, windows that open only 15 centimeters, white ID bracelets. That time was the end, and she was on her second time, I was on my first. So here, congratulations, you're a license holder.
ありがとう。
Tell me about she received a license from me. And she was a certified driver as well. She could drive the car she wanted and go anywhere. Not on a coupe, but on a sedan or even a convertible. I'm sure that girl like her could find places to love no matter where she went. We drove around for quite a bit more. We arrived at our destination, and the place was in Narcissu was bloomed. Supposed to be a tourist attraction, but whether it was because it was so distant or because it was at night, there was nobody around. Underneath the pitch dark curtain of night, we were waiting under the car for dawn to come.
ねえ、明かりつけないの？
No, cause like the battery's almost gone.
そうだね。
It's an old dark cabin, motor turned off. Well, I didn't put our lights to reflect our one same sun profiles. Not saying we were changed away for dawn outside this car, devoid of any other light or sound. Without clothing, we watched in the back seat. Thick jeans and sweaters and a few hand towels. We grabbed a bunch of those things and spread them out on top of ourselves and straight no blankets. It's cold, huh?
うん。
You can get closer if you want. It's okay, so come on over. I looked at her shivering in the passenger seat and offered my empty lap. Way warmer this way.
別に私は平気よ。
She was shivering again and she said this. Her lips are frosting and she's obviously bluffing.
それともあなたが寒いから来てほしいの？
Well, that's fine too.
じゃあ分かった。
She went on to where I was and defiantly curled up my lap. See, it's a little warmer this way, right? The wind chill frosting over from the cold outside air. We can now see nothing past its white icy overlay. But it'll be dawn soon enough. The time came, we could see the white flowers spreading to one side of us. Later at night gave way to dawn. The radiant sun rendered the sky purple and then white. Along with the dawn, so many white flowers spread themselves out before us. Radiant whites and yellows appearing where they'd only been darkness before. Before we knew it, we came out to one car and staring at the scenery. It's incredible. There's nowhere Narcissu spread out as far as I could see. The virgin white of the flowers inflated for the morning dew. It seemed like a carpet led into the ocean itself. In the mist and our exchange of words, our breaths frosting in the white, chilly air. Come a long ways that day, we saw the same flowers on a boring TV. We come all this way, despite the fact we had no planned destination. See, you're exactly the ones. How nice, huh?
厳密に言っても同じ。
And that's great. I didn't really know what distinction was, but Those absolutely beautiful flowers on TV that day. Compared to those, the ones before our eyes weren't as big or as well shaped. But they're alive, here and now, in this place.
綺麗。
Unclear, boring, and ordinary. But in a cold, unrelenting reality that answers to no one. This world that's so filled with things that can't be seen. This world that's so filled with things that can't be touched. Here now, before my eyes, there was something I could see and touch. Right here as well, shreds of all the things unseeable were scattered everywhere. The falling snow, coming down on the pure white January sky. 2 days since, but we're still here. We could not leave. Hey, you okay?
多分。
Condition is rapidly worsening. We told her to see back all the way down, and mainly staying in one place to let her rest. Taking medication, if they had no effect, the condition would not improve one whit. But we're now in sub 7F. The second time already in the first place, it was not surprising that something like this might happen. Hey, you wanna go back?
あなた、帰りたいの？
Yeah, just a little.
7回。それとも家？
I don't know. I did know is that we'd come to this sooner or later. My fate would not be much different. It was incredibly tough for me to just be able to do nothing but be at her side. Rain did not seem like to light up. There was water falling from the twilight sky. The glistening white Narcissu and the rain visible from the car window. Hey, you know, pointing at the white flowers visible on the windshield as I said this. Said those were Narcissus, right?
ナルシスがごきげんよ。
Narcissu? Another word that I was reminded of. Funny, I thought it was unique up until now. I mean, as in narcissist?
もともとが神話だからいろんな説があるんだけどね。
Just began telling me the story as I looked and listened in admiration.
誰からも愛されるナルシス。妖精のエコーもそんな彼が好きな一人だったの。でもエコーは相手と同じ言葉しか話せない。
Repeat the words.
そう。だからナルシスに先に彼の口から愛してるって言ってもらわないとエコーは自分の気持ちを伝えることができないの。
She knew her story desolately with a sour voice. I was looking for in the distance somewhere as they had been before all this.
でもそんなこと絶対にありえない。どんなに夢見て憧れても決して叶うことのないエコーの願い。最後にはナルシスに呪いをかけてしまうの。
So he'd fall in love with his own self, with his reflection in famous waters.
そして自分の姿を見続けたナルシスはいつしか綺麗な花へと姿を変えてしまうの。それがこの花、ナルキッソスの語源よ。
She knows the time she finished her talk. I was going to sound just by listening to it. Aka would never fulfill her wish. He didn't seem all that different from us. So what happened to Echo after that?
いないわ。呪いをかけるときに消えちゃったから。
Disappeared. What meaning was there in that? He's weird without the courage to accomplish anything? He's weird without only causing pain for Narcissu?
どうかした？
No, but you know, you're different.
え？
You asked me yourself some time ago. Whether I cursed my own fate, or the one that I couldn't do anything about.
私は諦めているから。時間の止まった私。いつから私は一人なのだろうか。目を閉じても世界は消えない。
When I covered my ears, the sound of the rain would not stop. I knew that all too well. I need a swimsuit with emerald tea. The swimsuit model was only later on the magazine cover. I think I was jealous of any of that. My world of closed eyes, I could go anywhere I wanted, even without a collar or a map. The huge scars were already constantly reminding me, if I was the echo of Narcissu, and that was this reality.
決して憧れない。呪わない。
That's what I decided. Yet my heart was pounding right then. My supposedly stopped time was ticking loudly. Even though I knew that at this late hour the end was coming, and there's nothing to be done about it.
傷は深ければ深いほどそれに比例して治るのも時間がかかるだし、それならば長い時間をかけてゆっくり離れてしまうともう取り返しがつかないのだろうか。じゃあ22年も生きた私はどうなるのだろう。
Are you okay? For Dawn, I reached over to the passenger seat and was stroking her back. Days afterwards now, even those ineffectual meds were all gone. They're better than nothing. With that in mind, thinking to head to a pharmacy, I had retrieved the keys. About to ignite the ignition when...
いいから
Something with her frail voice. But at this rate, you...
どうせもう聞かない。
Well, that might be true, but... As she said, I didn't think the same meds would do a thing for her either. But it's too hard for me to sit there and do nothing, even if I knew that. Then, let's go somewhere else.
別の場所。
Yeah, someplace that isn't this lonely. Okay, let's try our next destination. Look, I know it'll be fine, just be my navigator again. Saying a voice to show that I couldn't even believe it. Saying it partly all myself for a girl just staring at the distance. Even though I knew that it was futile. Been over 2 days, 3 days, really, that she did not take none of her meds, I knew that. So tell me, do you want to go somewhere?
別に
That's right, you like cars, so wanna get an espresso again?
別に
Then how about new clothes? Let's go buy some. You want some too, right?
別に
What do you mean, not really? I turned back to gazing out the window. I was looking at the Narcissu, but once again in the faraway distances. The also aware, shower, bashful expression is no longer even a possibility. Why do you have to be like that? You and your incessant not reallys. Wouldn't it be nice to look straight forward for a bit? I tried before I knew it. Energy was all really sad. Nothing could have been real to me, and my heart ached. The car was in total silence. Outside the window, I thought it was January, the Narcissu. singing in the morning twilight before dawn. And there she was, staring at something far more distant than these white flowers. It didn't sound that the sea waves was the only thing that held dominion here.
前向きになってなれるわけないじゃないの。
What? Durkin's car, suddenly quiet voice.
憧れて懸命になって頑張っていつでも叶わなかった時にはどうすればいいの。その時に無理だったねって笑って言えるほど強くないわよ。
Her eyes has been focused on the far distance, not staring straight at me from the passenger seat.
私にできることは最初から諦めて何も望まずにいて、やっぱり無理だったと冷めた目で自分を見ることしかできないのよ。
You... She was crying for the first time. It was usually so hard to get any expression out of her. And yet, now her shoulders were heaving a little, and tears were falling from her eyes.
あの時頑張っていたらもしかしたらって自分にとっての最後の言い訳を取っておくしかないのよ。最初から無理だと分かっているんだから。それぐらいいいじゃないの。
The night sky was above the windshield. Nothing but the moon showing its face in the sky before dawn. Occasional roar of the sea waves and the sound of her weeping. She may have been fundamentally similar to Echo after all. Unable to say the same single thing over and over, able to say nothing, wish nothing, and see nothing for herself. Able to do nothing but give up. Her veto of both Ep7 and her home was probably her first and last act of defiance. Chapter 8 Narcissu Deconstruction. First sea of February. A chilling, bone-piercing wind. Each much of pine groves in the wind. Peaceful timbre of the sea roar. It's about what we got. And a towel that said Surrey Construction on it. When we use way over to sponge ourselves off. Oh, come on, don't make such a face.
分かった。
Carry the towel at Lizz's appointment. Lucy said she wanted a swimsuit, but there's another problem in and of itself. She wanted here and now, and McGee on top of that. In another course of action, I rummaged through the car and never found anything other than the white towel. I waited a while. She came into view wearing her favorite skirt, with a towel wrapped around her breast.
どう？
Well, you even asked me that.
変じゃない。
Well, probably you do. No, I mean you look completely fine. You don't look weird at all.
分かった。
She slowly started walking about the beach. Breaking ebbing waves, her long hair wafting in the cold sea breeze. And the sea wanted to spite us. It was getting to show little by little. Once all that, she holding her shoes in her hand, walking on the water's edge. Inscrutable she was flying with every step.
ねえ、
Yeah, I guess. With our frost breasts in the white, cold midwinter, cold. I just told the camera that it had been in the car. Old camera from before, more picture left. Alright, I'm gonna take a picture. See, we didn't want to right this way. She is pointing the camera towards her. I don't get shot at me now, okay? Beach, the girl, now in the viewfinder of the camera. Whether it's because she was tense or bashful, her facial expression, though, is far more complex than usual. But come on now, ain't you try some kind of pose? No ifs and no buts now. Come on. No bikini model stands stuck still like that. Looking a little awkward, but still trying with all her heart. Especially lowered one hand to her hip and stretched out the other one, high overhead. Her arms stretched forward in the clear winter sky. They were grasping for something. I guess reaching something else for something. Held straight up in the heavens. Emerald sea as a backdrop. Okay then, one last thing. Smile. Smile for me. Satsumi.
何よ、年下のくせに。
In saying this, she smiled for me for the first time. That girl, clad in her favorite skirt and that white towel, smiled for the final shot of the camera had, still with the emerald sea as her backdrop, still as she were an honest-to-God bikini model. Alright then, next, will you try something more of an action pose? Heavy exuberance, she splashed across on the water. Even though the camera was not really exhausted, I kept photographing her figure. Because he really got into the spirit of things.
そんなことないわよ。
She had a dialogue, the snow falling harder and harder with his spite. The mist, ghost spying brilliantly in the viewfinder of the spent camera. Jane made a smile for me even when her little body was battered by the winds. Yeah, I guess it's the time. With that word, she began walking towards the sea, just as like last time.
そういえば、免許証。
I'm gonna keep that in commemoration.
わかった。
I'm glad she put it in her pocket. That was the license I had given her, the one that I should never have a chance to use. And she unfastened the white vinyl ID bracelet that wrapped around her wrist, and presented it to me. Are you giving this to me?
あげる。
I see, in that case, I'll keep it in commemoration. That bracelet, whose twin hung on my wrist, in my pocket. Then to the girl who was walking once more towards the sea, towards her retreating figure, I said my last words. Hey, can I ask you one last question? Do you want to be stopped right now? Or do you want to be pushed towards the sea? She stopped for a moment, waves lapping at her feet. Her back remained to the last turn toward me. Some wind brought in a rolling wave, which crashed against her with chilly fury. When she at last turned towards me,
さあ、どっちだろうね。よくわからないね。
as she said this, she smiled for me one last time. Even as the cold waves battered at her, even with tears streaming down her face, she still smiled for me. Last time around, she stopped at this. But this time, there's no turning back. That's why I think she answered that way.
それじゃあ、さよなら。
This mattered a voyage of 960 odd kilometers come to its conclusion. A voyage of 15 days and a voyage of 22 years finally at an end. She would exceed in perishing not on on 7F or at home. She who was one of the 35,000 odd people to suicide in 2005. Blood type 0, named Satsumi, age 22, sex female. Color of ID bracelet, white. That was all that was recorded of her. But I knew better. Truth is, she loved bikinis, was better at navigation than any computer, loved cars, and didn't have a driver's license. Usually expressionless, would not meet your face, but every so often she would grace you with a bashful, sour-seeming expression, with the Emerald Sea as her backdrop. She smiled for me as if she were flying, as she were delighted, as she were an honest-to-God bikini model. Yet, somehow, there's only a single record of her smile captured in this cheap throwaway camera. Even so, even was just one picture, it was proof that we lived. Well, that was Narcissu. And with that, it brings to a close my 2-year anniversary special. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And here's to another year.